I spent $240 for a broken MacBook Air M1 model. Sounds like an amazing deal, right? Well, unfortunately, the repair process didn't went as expected, and here's why. It was not that easy to find a cheap broken MacBook Air M1 on eBay, but somehow I got it. It was a base model of MacBook Air M1 and I bought it for only $240. The title was describing specs of the Mac: 256GB of storage, M1 processor, 8GB of RAM, color space gray. The detailed description was saying that MacBook had a broken LCD screen and was listed for parts. Except the broken screen, the laptop was fully functional. The photos of the listing show that the major damage was made on top case of the Mac, causing the screen crack, but all the rest of the parts looked good. After finally receiving the parcel, it was time to unbox it. Here I have $240 MacBook Air M1. The dent on the top case looks even worse in a real life. The front bezels looks good, same the back ones. No scratches on the left side, all ports are intact. The right side has 2 scratches on the top case, but the rest looks great as well. The bottom case looks pristine, but I have noticed that some of the screws were removed before. Not a good sign. After checking the serial number, I confirmed that this Mac is not attached to any iCloud account. Now let me try to turn it on. Boot sound. The screen flickers and doesn't show any picture. I can see some light coming from the screen where the crack was made. I will connect my portable screen and try to check if it will work as the main screen of Mac. Unluckily, it was recognized as a second monitor and I can't properly check if the MacBook can be activated. There are 2 possible options for repair. First one, use Apple's self-service repair program, and second one, buy used parts on eBay. As Apple self-service repair is overpriced and new MacBook screen costs around $400 without returning old broken screen and $90 less when returning old screen, I decided to search for parts on eBay and found a really good candidate for replacement. It was a locked MacBook Air M1 and it costed $233.19. The replacement Mac looks like new, not a scratch or any sign of use on front or back bezels and both sides. After turning on, I confirmed that it was iCloud locked. Now it's time to do the repair. Instead of replacing only the screen, I decided to remove the whole motherboard from a broken screen and put it in replacement one. I will start with the broken MacBook. First, I will remove 10 screws which holds the bottom cover. Now I can remove the bottom cover and get access to all the components. I can see some markings on the screws, notifying that someone before was trying to remove the motherboard. I hope this is not a replacement. Now I will disconnect the battery flex cable. Once it is done, I will remove 2 screws which holds the metal plate and disconnect trackpad. Next, I will remove another metal plate and disconnect Wi-Fi antenna. Then I will disconnect microphone flex cable and left speaker. After that, I will remove 2 screws which holds the metal plate and disconnect USB Type-C connector. Next, I will remove another metal plate which covers audio board and disconnect it. Once it is done, I can unscrew 2 screws which holds the screen LCD connector and disconnect it. Now I can remove 6 screws which holds the motherboard and pull it out. The motherboard is really tiny comparing previous MacBook Air models. The only thing left is to remove Touch ID button, which is located under the audio board. I will remove the audio board first by unscrewing 3 screws and disconnecting the right speaker. Kudos to Apple that now the audio board is a separate part and can be easily replaced. The Touch ID button can be pulled out after removing 6 screws and metal plate which covers it. Now I have the motherboard and Touch ID button, which I will be placing to replacement MacBook unibody. But before that, I will need to remove the locked motherboard and Touch ID button from replacement MacBook Air. The motherboard is removed and I can proceed with Touch ID button. Now I will put back Touch ID button from cracked MacBook Air and install it. Next, I will install the audio board. After that, I can place the motherboard from a cracked MacBook Air and test it. I got boot sound, which is definitely a good sign. Now I will try to activate the Mac. And we have a success! Great! Once the Mac is activated, I can proceed setting up macOS. Will the Touch ID work? It's alive! Nice! Everything looks good, so I can turn off the MacBook and finish installing all the screws and metal plates. A little bit of cleaning and the work is done. Once the repair is completed, I can do some additional tests to check if everything works as expected. The serial number of replaced motherboard matches the lowercase serial number from the broken MacBook. The replacement MacBook had only 3 battery cycle counts, so now I have brand new MacBook Air. No issues with new screen, 0 dead pixels were detected. Brightness adjustment works, as well as the light sensor and FaceTime camera. Speakers, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi works. I have tested the Touch ID again and was able to add new fingerprint without any issues. Then I noticed something in display settings. True Tone feature was gone. I'm not able to turn on True Tone as it is not available anymore. I decided to upgrade to newest macOS Ventura to check if the issue can be caused by outdated software. Unfortunately, it was still not available. After doing research on Apple forum, I found the reason why it was not working. The motherboard and screen are paired. Even after replacing the screen with genuine part, the True Tone will never work again. Thanks Apple for making our lives easier. Here's the financial part of this project. Broken MacBook Air costed $240. Replacement MacBook costed $233.19, making a total of $473.19. Even with disabled True Tone, I can sell this MacBook in range of $800 up to $850, making a profit in range of $325 up to $375. If you like this video, smash that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe button, and I see you in the next one.